Welcome back to the lock brake series. In the last part, I was taking the car home and started taking the calipers off. Found out that it wasn't coming off easy. Pretty much took my lunch, had a hard time, and then right on this video is part 2, and I'll continue with the calipers and keep on watching and see what happens next. Hope you enjoy. Now I'm putting brake grease real good on the areas where it touches the caliper, where it mounts in, all the metal to metal hits, because that helps it from squealing and making a lot of noise. I've been doing that for a while. It works pretty good. Right here, it took me forever. You can see that it's more bright right here because I finally put a flashlight under there. And as soon as I put the flashlight underneath there, I got the bolts in. That's all it took for me just to be able to see what I was doing. Then I got it. Alright, I'm using this to bleed the brakes. I gotta hook that up to my air compressor. Looks like a 10 millimeter right here. So on the bleeding screw, it might not be, I'm not sure, I haven't checked yet, but most of the time it's a 10 millimeter. Get ready to bleed the brakes out. Maybe I'll make another videos, step by step how I bleed them. Right now I just gotta get this done right quick. I bought this special 11 millimeter just for situations like this, but it's 11 millimeter. Alright, I got both sides bled real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and probably lift the back up so I can get all the wheels off the ground. I'm gonna see how well they all roll with no load on without the wheels. Just something I just want to do. I like doing that. But yeah, let me clean this rotor off right quick. Alright, this part is actually funny because at the time I was recording this, I really didn't know what was going on. I know, long story short, the brake booster was swapped out, and I didn't know that. Well, I was told that, but I wasn't thinking about that. And the brake booster needle was in too far the master cylinder, and it was causing constant pressure on the brakes. So at the time I was just confused, and I did my research and I found out that the brake booster was causing all this issue. Recommend we're gonna lube up this brake. I'm not gonna do it right now. I'm gonna recommend it to him. Definitely gonna check the transmission fluid. Something weird. It looks kind of funny. I'm not sure if that's normal. I'm not too familiar with the Jaguars, but I'm definitely gonna do my research. Just how slow they spinning. Something don't seem right, but they're spinning. I'm glad they're spinning, and that means they're not locked up. Alright, I said they wasn't locked up, but they really were. Whenever the brake oil expands after heating the brakes up, driving around a few times, the heat will expand and it will lock it up even worse than what it was right now. And right now, the heat wasn't even expanded, so that's why I didn't even see the problem right here at the recording. But after I took around the block, I ended up getting stuck and running out of gas and getting stuck at the same time because the heat expanded and the brakes locked up.
Another car?
My friends, I wish.
Your buddies?
Yeah.
Oh, here you go.
Oh,
Good luck. It's a hawk.
You caught a hawk?
I just found it on the ground.
Alright guys, just put new calipers on, didn't fix the problem. Had to call the customer back up and ask him again, had to figure out what was going on. See, look at call the customer, see what's going on, and he said that, you know, pretty much the brakes are just dragging still. After 10 minutes, once the brakes heat up, they started dragging. Right now I got the car in neutral, and watch, I'm gonna try to push it. It's not going nowhere. This is a small car, and I weigh like 200 pounds. It's not going nowhere. So alright, so what I'm gonna do is, I'm suspecting the brake booster. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna loosen up the master cylinder from the brake booster and see if that frees up the wheels. See, right now I'm gonna try to push it. My back. Push that, boy. Alright guys, my camera just ran out of battery, so now I have to switch to my phone. Like I said, I was trying to push this thing. It's in neutral. Brakes are off, the emergency brakes are off, and I can't push it. So what I'm gonna do real fast, since my battery is low on my phone too. See, I'm gonna show you guys this is in neutral. This is in neutral. I'm gonna put it in drive. Foot off the brake. It's not going nowhere. All right. Put it in reverse. Foot off the brake. It's not going nowhere. Brake is down. The brakes are locked up. So what I'm gonna do, put it in park, turn it off right quick, pop the hood. I'm gonna loosen up the master cylinder from the brake booster just a little bit, just to see if it frees up the car. I'll be back. I loosened up the master cylinder. See how it's loose? All right. Now I'm gonna put the car in neutral. Car's in neutral. Foot off the brake. Look, I'm pushing with one foot now. Remember earlier I couldn't move it? I couldn't move it with my... Now it's moving. Wait, see that? See that? Now it's moving. Alright, so now what that means is now I gotta check this brake booster, make sure that pin that goes inside here is still good. If it's not good, I'll replace the brake booster, and that's gonna be a fix. And I'm gonna come back once I get that fixed or adjust it. I'm gonna warm up the brake fluid and see if it locks it up again. I'll be back. All right, so right now I got it back in neutral. I put the master cylinder back on. Car's locked again. So I'm gonna do it again. Actually, I'm gonna do it again just off the camera and make sure. Last time when you recorded, you kept on cutting my head off and everything. Look, so keep me centered. Maybe you can put your display up so you can keep me centered all times. Stop recording me right quick. Good. All right, guys, we're back on the Jaguar. Right now we don't have no brakes. Let's get a shot of this brake booster assembly. I think I'll put some off on. We don't have no brakes. I took the master cylinder off. I think I got some shots of that in the last clips, and that's what causing this brakes to lock up prematurely or anyways. And so now I'm gonna have to work on this little, I don't know if y'all can see it, that pin right there, because I called the let's get a shot back up here on me. I called the owner, and he said that whenever the last mechanic did the brake pad job, he had he had whatchamacallit, changed the pads and made the air get into the system, so when he couldn't bleed it out properly, I think, and end up changing the brake booster, and the brake booster was probably slightly from a different Jaguar. So ever since they changed the brake booster, they was chasing the problem with the brakes locking up. So I'm gonna try to adjust that thing because it is adjustable, and I'll save the owner a lot of money from having to buy a whole new brake booster. Cause they're about, I haven't seen them at the auto store, but the dealership sells them for like more than $400 or $500. So I'm gonna try to adjust it and hopefully we can get it working now. So as y'all can see, this needle inside the brake booster is real deep in there, so I can't work on it like that. So I'm gonna step on the brake pedal so it can be more exposed so I can work on it better. This is a, I don't have a, they make a tool for you can hold your brake pedal down, so I don't have one, so I'm gonna use my jack pole to hold the brake pedal down. I'm gonna wedge this up with the seat, and then I'm gonna put the seat forward. That should be good. So now you can see that this needle is sticking outside the brake booster hole, and I'm gonna try to adjust this pin a couple turns and put everything back together and test it out from there. Alright, I pulled it in about, I turned it in probably about 1.5 to 2 turns. I'm gonna test it out right there. Hopefully I can feel the difference. Better yet, hopefully that fix it. Let's see if we can get close up on that needle going back inside whenever I take the brake pedal loose. Right now I'm trying to see if I can try to bleed this a little bit. Nope, I'm not even gonna try that way. Pretty tight. Don't want. Alright. It's a hot day. Would have been best if I would have removed this reservoir out my way. Yeah, maybe. Now if I have a lot more trouble with this, I'm going to remove that reservoir. Get it out of my way. Bad thing about it, pretty sure I'm gonna have air in my system because I busted the lines loose, and I'm not surprised I'm gonna have air in my system, but that means I'm gonna have to probably take the wheels off and bleed the brakes, so that sucks, but it's part of the process, and I don't really, guess I don't know the easier way to do it right now. Tried to bleed it outside the car, but I wasn't successful, so I just had to do it this way. Hopefully I'll just still get it done. Go ahead and put the nuts on there. Brace it up. Oh crap, dropped the nut. Ah, suck, I dropped the nut.
You find it?
Yep.